Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Henry, 55. Hey, eat. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Rolling to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Sanders now. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
64.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check, 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 check. Begin.
Hey, stand up. Shoot.
Touchdown, Giants! As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, a short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We're good.
Here's Carr to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Central West. Leo.
Tight up. Slam.
Keep gripping.
He's checking.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yep. Let's go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light vest.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill.
61, matchbox lights. 5.
Now it's Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders 48.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score Giants 7, Raiders nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Let's go.
Now Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now it's 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr now to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
You draw forward. Also hit it.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr is going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 25, check 25, check.
Go out. Down.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
On the set.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
93.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point from McManus is good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On second down, here's Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. In for the score. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
We got this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check. Cross. Now.
They'll go to Barkley again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
General West.
Jones now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Deep grip, deep grip.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
90 Wolf. Blue draw Corker.
52. Slam.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Cheetah. Yes.
They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a toss right to Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Recon, 132 fighter.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
Hard. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, stand off.
Barkley, toss play left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
10-2, sir. Hey, Delta.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. I got one.
Protein spill now.
Right there. 56. Let's go. Mike, 56.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Jones. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. He's got him in. Complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out.
Get it.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Stay script.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Carr now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a 1st down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
55. Hey, Echo.
55.
From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Sanders throwing on third and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. 79 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to...
And that's caught inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Sanders forced out to his left. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now.